How's it going, everybody? My name is JJ, and I'm here with some more Pokemon Scarlet Indigo Disc. In the previous episode, we finished our excursion into the underdepths of Area Zero, finding and catching Terapagos, and completing the story of the Indigo Disc. This is really just a bonus episode meant to show pretty much anything left over that I didn't finish. As you can see there, I did start in the terrarium rather than in the dorm room, and where I left off, Miss Briar wanted to see us. So let's see what she has for us here. Yeah, we're feeling rested, I guess. I guess. She's been writing on everything, and she's hardly slept. Okay. And she's skipped a few details. And she's giving us a copy. Okay. And she wants to see our Terra Orb. We can Terra without charging. And this unlocks more stellar type Terra Pokemon. So now I believe this is what she's gonna mention right here. Yep. Stellar Terra type. So we can now find these Pokemon in the terrarium. They change daily, I believe. Some are there all the time, although some will change location daily. I don't know how exactly that works. And she's also mentioning a man in a blue suit. This guy in the blue suit, I suppose we'll see him, but I don't think I'll really be doing his quest right now. It's not really a quest either, it's more of a more legend hunting than anything else. If I can find where he is, hopefully he's close to the entrance here. Because that's not really what I wanted to show off this episode. What I really wanted to do, which is the reason why I was here in the front. I don't think she mentioned... Oh, I think she's probably in the entrance. I'll see if I can find him real quick, and then if I can't find him for whatever reason, I'll just go do Perrin's quest. Because to do what Perrin wants us to do, you have to have caught at least 200 Pokemon in the Blueberry Pokedex, which I've already done. I pretty much finished the entire thing, especially since the last episode was for Terapagos. This episode is essentially finishing off what I can. And... oh, there he is. So he's in the front entrance. Mr. Snacksworth. Oh, it is Snacksworth. I'm about to say that is he not Snacksworth? His quest is rather interesting. If you do enough barbecues to, I believe 10 in a row or a certain amount with your Union Circle, you can talk to him and gain special snacks to find legendary Pokemon in Paldea. These consist of the legendary birds, the roaming hound trio of Johto, the weather trio, Swords of Justice, the Tau trio, Latios and Latias, the Celestic trio of Solgaleo, Lunala, and Necrozma, and I believe that's it. Just essentially a lot of legendaries that were introduced as part of the DLC, or from Pokemon Home. I don't really think I need to go over all those because it's just legendary encounters. You've all seen those before if you're familiar with this series, and I don't want to bog down the series with too many episodes doing all those quests and catching those legendaries. So I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I don't think I'll be doing that. Maybe I'll do it on my own time as a live stream later on if you guys want me to, but I don't think I really need to do that for this series. Otherwise, we have Perrin here. And it was really nothing, because a lot of it was already done by the time I got here. She wants to take a look at these photos that she has. A bit far away, but they're really interesting. The first one is called Gouging Fire, and the other one's Raging Bolt. These are two new Paradox Pokemon introduced in this DLC that are in Area 0. And as I just said, I know where they are. If you're playing Pokemon Violet, you'll find Iron Boulder and Iron Crown. And she wants us to catch these Pokemon and show them to her. Look at that smile. She really is best girl. And so we have our objective. Head to Area 0 and catch those two Paradox forms. Generally, regardless of the version you're playing, they're going to be on the grassy areas. One is towards the top of Area 0, and the other one's towards the waterfall in the center/lower area, before the caves. It's going to be annoying to go all the way down there, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, it's this way. I don't know why I always get mixed up with the places where they put me in some of these locations. I haven't really gone to Area 0 all that much. Mostly because I kind of wanted to shiny hunt in these locations for the Paradox forms, but I haven't done that yet. I want to save up on my Herba Mystica if I can talk, which I have a good amount of, but I always feel like I never have enough. And I believe it's this way? Unless I'm mistaken. Nope. This is it. Now, the one in my game that's on the upper area is Gouging Fire. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it's definitely up on the upper ridges. Oh. I didn't even touch the giraffe rig. Come on now. I don't intend to cut ahead until I find it, but I might have to, and if I need to, then I'll do so. But I don't think it's necessary. Shouldn't be too hard to find. It's definitely in the upper area. I believe it's supposed to be close to the satellite, or close to the first research station. It's one of the two. Oh. Huh. One of the two Paradox forms I didn't see last time, in the previous episode. So now that just leaves Sandy Shocks as the only Paradox form. Can we find one before the series ends? Only time will tell. Probably not. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm missing it. There's Screamtail. I know Raging Bolt is towards the waterfall on the bottom level. It'll be much easier to find, because I've passed by it before. Oh god. With Gouging Fire, I haven't pinpointed the exact location. Do I want to cut ahead? Not really. I'll give it another minute or so. If I can't find it until then, I might have to cut it. In the meantime, I glossed over this during the credits of the previous episode, but since this series is pretty much done, I'll be going back to playing Kingdom Hearts for my next few recording sessions until the DLC of the epilogue of this game comes out, which is going to be early January. Once it does, that should take maybe like 1 to 3 episodes. It should not be long. It's going to be our main trio of friends, Arvin, Penny, and Namona, going to Kitakami, and I'm assuming that's going to be them meeting Carmine and Kieran, and then us encountering Pekkarunt, which is the final new Pokemon for this game, and hopefully fully helping Kieran get back to normal, if he can really be back to normal at this point. Okay, so I don't think I'm anywhere near it anymore, so I think I will cut ahead to where I find Gouging Fire. So give me 1 second and I'll meet you guys when I find it. There he is. Don't know if you can see him, but he's there in the background. Now, this is going to be an odd choice, but I'm going to put Glacius up front just because he has Body Slam, and I think paralyzing it might be the best bet I have. But look at him. Giant. Even with that goofy little set of horns on his head. But without further delay, let's get to it. This is Gouging Fire, the Scarlet Paradox form of Entei, Fire Dragon type, and one of the Pokemon that people have been really excited about for this DLC. Some don't like its design. I personally think it's alright, but its stats make it really impressive to some people. Really good first turn there, decent damage with paralysis. Should have used a quick ball, but I think it's okay. Has Fire Blast, I believe it has Dragon Dance, and I also know it has its signature move, Burning Bulwark, which is essentially a Fire-type variant of Protect. Very good move, and if it successfully blocks an attack with Burning Bulwark, the enemy will get burned, which is very good. I don't know what I want to catch this thing, and I have 3 Master Balls. 1 from the main story, 1 from completing the Blueberry, one from beating Kieran, and 1 from the event that's currently available as I record this. It's level 75, so I have a good level lead on it. I doubt it'll catch it, but let's try a Nest Ball. I think the Nest Ball and Dusk Ball have some good color coordination here. First ball catch. Nice. Very nice. There are scant few reports of this creature being sighted. 1 short video shows it rampaging and spouting pillars of flame. I will not give it a nickname yet. Maybe later on. Maybe you'll see. Maybe if I do more competitive battling, you'll see this thing in action. But level 75, Fire Dragon type, as I said. Lava Plume. And its bold nature, that's disgusting. It's awful. Ideally, you want this Pokemon to be jolly, adamant, impish maybe, but not bold. If I want to use this thing, I'll have to mint it for sure. I think it does have 3 IVs, perfect, just like most legendaries. But, for now, That's one half of this duo done. And I can advance to the second one, which is down at the bottom of this section here. Shouldn't be too hard to find, because I believe it's right in front of us in that waterfall area over here. I'm gonna glide the rest of the way. And this is actually going a lot faster than I was expecting. It took me a while to actually find Gouging Fire. I thought it was by Research Station 1, but as it turns out, it was actually towards the highest point of Area 0 by one of those satellites, as you saw. As for Raging Bolt, I knew for sure it was by one of the waterfalls over here. It should be in this area, I believe. Unless I'm wrong. Oh, nope, there it is. Raging Bolt. Just standing there, chilling like a villain. And without further delay, let's get right to it. His cloud neck thing even... That's funny. Just like Paradox Entei, Paradox Raikou here, Raging Bolt, is Electric Dragon. I'm gonna not make the same mistake and throw a quick ball right away. Raging Bolt obviously looks the goofiest out of the three. Sadly, I didn't catch it there. Its signature move, Thunderclap, is essentially an electric-type version of Sucker Punch, only more powerful. I can't paralyze it because it's... Though you can see it in action there. It is electric-type, so I can't paralyze it. I have to move the camera here so I can see it better. Can it live another Body Slam? I did just above half, so maybe, but I'm really pushing it. Please don't KO. Okay, good. It has Dragon Pulse, Thunderclap. What else? It has black and yellow on it, so maybe Ultra Ball's not too bad. When it comes to Raging Bolt, it has a really good HP and special attack, Rising Voltage, those two are really good stats for what this Pokemon is meant to do. However, I believe it's the slowest out of the three. Its defensive stats aren't the best, but they're not bad per se. Dragon Hammer, so Dragon Hammer, Rising Voltage, Dragon Pulse, and Thunderclap. Raging Bolt is still good, without a doubt, but I believe out of the three, it technically has the worst overall. And I don't even want to say worst, it's still really good. But just like Raikou of its non-Paradox trio, it's just not as good as the other two. Like Walking Awake, I think is still the best out of the three competitively. Although both Raging Bolt and Raging Bolt and Gouging Fire still need a bit more time before we really know where they land. If that makes any sense. Gonna get some good defense buffs over here. It shouldn't take too long to catch this thing, I don't think. It does have a catch rate of 3, if I remember correctly, which is the same as most legendary Pokemon. But it can still take a while. I have plenty of Pokeballs, it's just, does this thing have enough PP? And it's so tall we can't even see its neck. I'm moving the camera like this so we can actually properly see it, but with every turn, it just goes back to the default view. Breaks out a 1. Still get some stamina boost there. I doubt it'll work, but let's see if the timer ball does anything. 2, 3, and we caught it. And that is it. Raging Bolt, 17 feet tall, and over 1,000 pounds. It's said to incinerate everything around it, with lightning launched from its fur. Very little is known about this creature. Goes right to the box. And with that, we are done here. can now head back to Perrin over in the academy and see what she has for us now. I think we're around the 20-minute mark because I cut the beginning of this episode took around 11 minutes. I cut around the time when I said I would try to find Gouging Fire, and catching both of those paradox forms only took around 8 minutes, so we'll see what Perrin has for us here, and then go see what the other exclamation points are. I think for one of them, I think it was in Carmine's dorm, or the other classroom, and the other one was a league room. It's not even in the party. It's one at a time too. That's a bit annoying, but eh. That neck is... boy, that neck. That was everyone's reaction, Perrin. And our reward for showing her both of these Pokemon if she'll give it to us. This prize is a real catch because it's a sport ball. That's really it. Just a Pokeball from the bug catching contest in Johto, which is just another rare Pokeball we can use in the game. Do it for her. You know I will. But for her, it's back to work. And for us, we're pretty much done with our work here. I guess we can just see what else is there to do in the post game. What is in this classroom? Some dialogue with Amaris. So he's not in the ranks anymore? Look at that happy face. Oh, I think I know what this is. Please feed your attributes. So, we've officially unlocked the ability to completely fly without just gliding and falling. Koraidon will be able to fly now. So now we've unlocked permanent flight. So it's essentially just the same controls as her trial, but permanent. That's really just it. There is a super hard course for my trial. No! No! I mean, flying is nice, but I'm not gonna... I bungle that trial completely. And that's it for the classroom here. Let's see what's in the League Club room. The chairman himself. and I really do like it here. This is a step up from Naranja Academy, that's for sure. We can invite people from Paldea as special coaches. What this means is that we can pretty much invite every gym leader and some other special trainers, gym leaders, and I believe just the school staff from the Paldea Academy to come here and battle them in higher difficulty battles. Do this enough times, interact with them enough times, you can eventually trade with them, and once you unlock pretty much everybody, you can battle Cyrano himself, and he will trade you a shiny Blitzel. Pretty interesting, but it's a bit of a process to do all that, so I don't think I'll really be able to do that right now. It's more of a fun thing you can do on your own time, and I could do it, but again, this series has gone on long enough. I hope it doesn't feel like a cop-out, but there's nothing really else for me to really show here besides doing the same thing over and over again. The only thing that'll be different is just the dialogue, and if I were to pretty much call and battle every gym leader again, that will be the third time you'll see me battle them, which isn't bad per se, but I know you guys don't want me to do the same thing over and over again, extending this series and not finishing up Kingdom Hearts like I should be doing. So that is essentially it. That's enough of my rambling for now. That's all I really wanted to show for this bonus episode. And once again, I want to thank you all for watching this series. I will be back with Pokemon Scarlet for the epilogue when that comes out in January. And until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.